Good evening and welcome in. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Coach Kenya, and this is our daily reading. It is Sunday, September 14th. It is 7:10 p.m. in Arizona and 10:10 p.m. on the East Coast. I am your area weight loss, wellness, and mindset coach, and I'm so excited you have decided to tune in with me today. Thank you so much. When you enter the room, please let me know where you're tuning in from and tap that like button if that's okay with you. If you can't, no worries. We came to inspire and enjoy one another's company. So either way, please sit back, relax, and stay. I'm going to go ahead and get that daily meditation, weight loss meditation up and ready to go for us. So without further ado, I'm Coach Kenya, and let's meditate. Welcome to Weight Loss Meditation with Coach Kenya. Thank you so much for tuning in. During this meditation, we will focus on relaxation, reducing stress, helping with food noise, cravings, obsessive-compulsive drives to overeat, binging, purging, and therapeutic techniques to help us relax, regain control of our thoughts, and disengage in compulsive obsessive thinking about food. Please feel free to find a quiet space, sit comfortably with your feet flat on the floor and your hands comfortably in your lap. Place your back on the chair, and when you are ready, gently close your eyes and start by taking deep, soft, slow breaths in and out. As the body begins to relax, find yourself joining in this guided meditation. I possess greater strength than my cravings. I embrace health and harmony. I possess greater strength than my cravings. I embrace health and harmony. Food serves as my sustenance, not my solace. Food serves as my sustenance, not my solace. body by paying attention to its genuine hunger. I respect my body by paying attention to its genuine hunger. Choice, I regain my strength. With every thoughtful choice, I regain my strength. With every thoughtful choice. My relationship with food is healthy. My relationship with food is healthy. My relationship with food. I nurture my mind, body, and spirit with love and purpose. I nurture my mind, body, and spirit with love and purpose. I nurture my mind, body. Each step I take is a triumph for my well-being and physical health. Each step I take is a triumph for my well-being and physical health. Each step I take is a triumph for my well-being. I deserve to live a life unburdened by the constraints of food addiction. I deserve to live a life unburdened by the constraints of food addiction. I deserve to live a life unburdened by the constraints of food addiction. I deserve to am not trapped in the restraints of dieting. I am not trapped in the restraints of dieting. I am not trapped in the restraints of dieting. I am not. I let go of guilt and shame associated with eating and welcome compassion for my journey. I let go of guilt and shame associated with eating and welcome compassion for my journey. nurture my body with wholesome nourishment. I nurture my body with wholesome nourishment. I nurture my body with wholesome nourishment. I take charge of my choices. Food serves as my nourishment, not my ruler. I take charge of my choices. Food serves as. Welcome in. I take charge of my choices. Food serves as my nourishment, not as a hindrance. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you are new here, my name is Coach Kenya. This is our daily reading where we inspire and motivate you to walk away from fear, to step into faith, and know that no goal is too big for you to accomplish. That if you, in fact, believe that you can achieve it, it will happen. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. You know, I never believed that I would be able to get from 600 pounds. I never thought I could lose that weight. I had seen one or two episodes of my 600 pound and it freaked me out. It disgusted me how they ousted people. And I never thought that I'd be able to get the weight off, especially after already having a reversal. And I have to tell you to this day, I didn't want to live. You know, I have to tell you that the truth of the matter is I didn't want to live. I wanted to throw in the towels, guys. See, what you need to know is that I didn't start my journey by choice. I started it by force. There was no epiphany where I wanted to live again. A reversal. I had the gastric bypass reversed in 2013, and I gained 389 pounds from a food addiction in 10 months, ballooning up to 592 pounds in a long-term care facility. Yeah, I talk about it all the time. That's what that scar is. So sometimes when you see when I wear low, like shorter clothes, that big cut in my stomach up to where my diaphragm is, yep, I gained 10 pounds and I gained 389 pounds in 10 months. I was eating about 100,000 calories a day. About 20,000 of them I ate first thing in the morning. I didn't know I had a food addiction at the time. I thought I was eating to feel better because I was always in emotional pain. I always felt depressed or suicidal or anxious. I hated my life. I was stuck in a hospital bed. I was terminally ill. I had conditions. I couldn't live at home. My whole life was basically over in my mind. And I ate every day, every single day, all day, from the time I woke up till the time I fell asleep with food in my mouth. That's all I could do to think of. I couldn't figure out a way to make what I felt in my brain stop. So I would just try to chew it away. It's the best way to describe it. You know, when I got my procedure reversed, the abdominal surgeon told me that he was concerned that if I didn't watch the way I eat, I would gain the weight back because he was worried that I had a food addiction based on when they had originally got me the procedure. That was one of their concerns. And the truth of the matter is, I did. I did. I did have a food addiction. I didn't know that it was as bad as it was until I was stuck in the middle of it, until I couldn't outwork, outachieve it, out go to events. I couldn't travel and avoid it. I couldn't deal with other people's problems and avoid it. I had to deal with my own emotions and feelings. I was stuck. Mean to me. How old are you, honey? I'm however old you want me to be. How old do you want me to be, baby? I'm however old you want me to be. I'm however old. Oh, I was 30. I'm old. That's why I'm not telling you my age, baby. I'm probably old enough to be your mama. At least your sister. I'm old. I am old. I've been doing this 11 years. I had a career before this for 14 years. Oh, baby, I'm just as old as you, mama. I'm old. You're young. You're young. No joke. I used to tell my age all the time. I'm on guess how old I am. You ain't gonna need believe me. I'm old as dirt, baby. I'm 47. I only work with older women. Yeah, my population is older professional and retired women. I typically work with grandmothers who are retired from the government, the state, long-term pension type jobs like that. My clients are typically actual veterans, or they currently work for the United States government, FBI. I typically get counselors, lawyers, doctors, teachers are kind of the flow of people I work with that are older. They're usually either on their way to retirement, early retirement, empty nesters. Very rarely do I have people with kids that I work with. So I'm pretty much for the more older, distinguished woman, if that makes sense. Oh, honey, it's feasible. So, mamas, let me see how much I want to greet you right. Mean to many. Mean to many, it is feasible. Why would you say it's not feasible? I'm old as dirt. Mean to me. Mean to me. Mean to many. Mean to many. Listen, baby. You can do it. Listen, let me tell you something. Hi, Hersu. Hi, Iskisha. You know, if there's anybody else in here that's looking at my picture and you're telling yourself, I can't do it. I have to accept or settle for what little bit I can. If you 47 is not old as 30. If I told you the life I've lived, you will understand why I say this body has experienced the years of about a 180-year-old. I have had 3 heart attacks, 3 strokes. I've died 9 times. I've spent 4 years of my life laying in a hospice facility. My love, I have lived a life of 12 people. I'm about 190. I'm about 190, mean to many. Hi, Rob. It's good to see you, babes. Rob, hi, honey. Mean to many. 51, I weigh 366. When I started, I was 35 years old. No, that's not true. When they told me I was going to die, it was on the day of my 36th birthday. I did not start for another whole year. I was 37 on the day that I started. Well, actually, no, it's not true. I was 36, and it might have been 6 months because I was still in hospice and I hadn't had a birthday yet, and I had already lost 164 pounds. So, right, it wasn't too far after I got to Kentucky to hospice before I started doing it. How much did you weigh before the initial weight loss surgery? I only weighed 389 pounds before the initial in 2008. That's how long. I got sick in 2013. I started sickness in 2010. Became terminal in 2011. Went into hospice into 2011. I didn't get out of hospice in long-term care until March of 2015. I originally lost about 70 or 80 pounds. I weighed a little bit over 200 pounds when I first got sick. I started bleeding really bad. So I have a rare condition. If they had to do genetic testing on me, they would have learned that I was never eligible for any forms of alterations or surgeries. I should have never been getting, what's your max weight? My max weight is 592 pounds. I should have never, ever, ever been eligible for any procedures because I have a genetic issue in my actual genetic markers. It's not something I got from eating. It's not autoimmune. This is like genetically I'm missing something, which actually makes you ineligible for elective surgeries. Okay. This type. I would have never been approved if they had ran this blood panel. Anyways, what happened was I got really sick. I stopped being able to eat any food. I found myself in the hospital for 45 days, unable to hold any food down, and it was directly tied to the procedure. That's what made them reverse it. I was dying from malabsorption originally. I went 67 days without getting a morsel of food in my body, which is what forced them into having to make it a medical emergency decision to reverse the procedure because they felt like that was the main cause of my malabsorption as well as my malnourishment that I was dying from. Was struggling so bad getting food down. My kidneys and everything was starting to have problems. They were starting to shut down. And so that's how I ended up getting reversed. Immediately after my procedure was reversed, the doctor looked at me and told me that, in fact, he felt I had an issue and that I needed to get help. But of course, when somebody says this, you thinking they just talking, you don't really think anything of it. But remember, sometimes people can see you before you can see you. And I didn't know at the time what type of issue I was really dealing with because I was very successful. I've completed a lot. I've done a lot in my life. I've owned houses, made 6 figures. I've done all those cool things. So for me, success was kind of like how I avoided all of the pain of all the trauma, the post-trip, all of the PTSD, the rapes, molestation. I've avoided it by over succeeding. I was always helping somebody in the middle of something or doing something to avoid dealing with my life. Okay. to avoid dealing with my life. And what happened was I got sick and I couldn't run for my life no more, y'all. Okay, I'm missing comments. Let me get them. I'm sorry, baby. How much do you weigh before the initial weight loss surgery? 389 pounds, approximately. At one point I was at 401, but they made me lose weight before. What's my max weight? 589. 592 was my maximum weight. They weighed me on a cow scale at Southwest Health Rehabilitation Facility. They brought in a cow from a cow scale from the local farm that one of the doctors knew, and they weighed me on that scale, and that's how we learned my weight. Olivia, thank you so much. You were diagnosed, but I speak healing over. Yes, I try not to claim it. As you can see, if you pay close attention, I'm not making the story up. You see that piece of metal? You can hear it when I knock on it. I actually do live with the condition. This has to be in me forever because my condition is terminal. I don't talk a lot about it because I try not to point out the pain. I try to stand in the sunlight of the spirit in order to inspire others. Enough of us live in pain. And I know that we can become addicted to living through other people's pain and trauma, and that's not a good bond. This is why I don't sit and talk about, I know people want story time. But what I don't want to do, I want to inspire you with the fact of what you see today. If you go back and read my book, you'll see I've been through some stuff. And you've been through some stuff. I don't want us to dig up dead bodies to inspire you. I want to be able to inspire you because I believe that no one is exempt from being able to do exactly what I've done. I believe that not only can I do what I've done, but you can do it, and you can do it, and you can do it, and you can do it. Because I don't think it's an anomaly. I don't think it's a I don't think it's a one time only. I think it's a one size fits all. I believe any person who's truly interested in health and wellness and wants the knowledge, information, and access to it, I believe that not only can they lose massive amounts of weight naturally, but they can keep it off and truly change their lives and the lives of everybody around them by teaching them the difference between eating because it tastes good and eating to feel better, right? There's a difference. When we fuel our bodies properly, learn about nutrition, get our tongues detoxed and cleansed out, you will be amazed about what will happen with your hair, your nails, your skin, your urine, your bowels, simply by living a healthier lifestyle. Many of us are looking at it, weight loss. Stop. Weight loss is not the pursuit of wellness. Weight loss is just that, weight loss. You want healthy. You want wellness. So stop saying weight loss. Say wellness journey. I'm trying to get well because that's forever. Do you understand? No one wants to be on a weight loss journey for the rest of their life. That sounds too daunting. But a wellness journey, a health journey to grow your mind and your body at the same time is what you want. When you begin to change your mindset, the scale will consistently move and it will blow your mind the way your body transitions and changes you into a whole new human being. You were diagnosed, but I speak English. Yes, ma'am. Yes, almost 600 pounds. My highest weight was 600. Did I get all the questions? Hi, Lisa. How are you? Am I missing any questions? Nope, we're good. Okay, keep tapping that button, you guys. And so a lot of people ask me, do you think I can do it? And I immediately tell them yes, without hesitation. Do you think I can lose that much weight? And I say yes. Somebody say to me, I need to lose 20 pounds, but I can't. And I think in my mind, why not? Because what you have to understand is the same philosophy behind 1 pound is the same philosophy behind 600. There is no difference in the philosophy. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Many of you have the wrong philosophy for the pursuit of a better version of you. You're seeking what the scale can do for you. I'm trying to tell you to focus on what you can do with your mindset when you focus on emotional sobriety, health and wellness, and overall functioning. Listen to what I'm telling you, right? Overall functioning, meaning, are we stretching on a regular basis? Like some of y'all getting on the treadmill and getting on vibration plates and those little waist spinners and ain't stretching out of their muscle. Ain't stretching at all. Are you stretching on a regular basis? Are you waking up in the morning, meditating and praying and thanking God for your existence? Are you doing something for your mindset every day? Are you serving other people at least once a day, telling someone else how valuable they are? Hello, Daniela. Is it Daniela or Daniel? Daniel, Arizona Martinez. Hello. What are you doing to magnify yourself outside of the scale, outside of your waistline, outside of your glutes growing? Or are you just in this for the looks? Because those are only sustainable so far. Remember, however we get there is how we must stay. So remember, if I'm sitting around eating 1 meal a day to lose 100 pounds, I must remember that if I don't do a proper refeeding process, I'm going to always only be able to eat 1 meal to sustain that 100 pounds. Because my body has gotten used to deprivation to lose weight versus fueling it to gain health. See the difference? Fuel it to gain health, starve it to lose weight. What are you doing? All right, today's reading is day 252 with Melanie Beatty. We're so excited to have you. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you for tapping that like. But I'm going to go ahead and share with you today's reading says the following. It says, God didn't bring me this far to leave me. I thought it was over, but God said, not yet. You've got more rising to do. There were moments I laid in the hospital bed ready to give up. Times when family walked away. Nights when the weight of my pain felt unbearable. But even then, God was faithful. Even then, his hand was on me. Even then, he whispered, daughter, rise. Today is a reminder that IRISE isn't just my brand, it's my testimony. I rise because he raised me. I rise because purpose pulled me out of the pit. I rise because I refuse to let fear write my story. Today, ask yourself, where has God been calling you to rise again? Even when you felt like quitting, where do you know God has been calling you to rise again? Have you fallen off and got frustrated because the scale didn't move? And do you need to reset your mindset and go back at it? Have you got frustrated because you can't get what you want? Did you run out of monies for your injection and now you feel you just meant to be big and you don't want to try again? Well, I encourage you tonight that your story isn't over yet. Your journey isn't over yet. You are not losing. You are winning. Regroup, reset, and let's go. Welcome in, Sonia. Welcome in, Trey. Regroup and reset. Melanie Beatty's journal for tonight. Welcome in. This is our daily reading with Coach Kenya. My name is Coach. I've lost over about 470 pounds naturally, and I inspire other people how to do the same through mindset and education and resources. So we're in September. We're on September 14th. September 14th says the following. It says, there is power in powerlessness. All right. Now, this one's going to be good. Hi, Lady J. Good evening, babe. This one's going to be good. Hi, Tucson. Hi, Selena. Okay, this one's going to be good. Hi, B. I think so. Let's read. It says, sometimes we can't help ourselves. No matter how hard we try, no matter how deeply we feel, we should be doing things differently. No matter how committed we are to personal responsibility, free will, self-actualization, and self-determination, sometimes we simply cannot help ourselves. Tap the like button, y'all. We keep on doing the same old things. We can't seem to change. Even though we wish we could, it doesn't mean we aren't responsible. It doesn't mean we aren't accountable. It means simply that for the present moment, we can't change, can't help ourselves, can't do it differently. Many of us have discovered a truth in these moments. There is a power even in powerlessness. There is a power in admitting powerlessness. By voicing the problem, by accepting the powerlessness, you are attracting help. Ask for the help you need. Admit and accept your powerlessness. Be gentle with yourselves. You are not alone in your problem, your powerlessness, or your search for a solution. Let love lead the way to the answer you seek. Wow, that one was good. You know, when I opened the book, oh, sorry, Queen. I meant to say hi. I didn't mean to invite you since we're going to hop off. So if you want to come on, you can. Before I was reading that one, this one said, I don't know if we read this yesterday, but it said, surrender your feelings. Did we read surrender your feelings yesterday? So I'm going to read surrender your feelings. It says, sometimes we think being strong means not giving into our emotions, but that's not strength. That's denial and resistance. Real power comes from being vulnerable enough to feel whatever we feel. Keep going, we tell ourselves. Don't give in. This will pass. But the only way to pass through these times is by feeling what we feel. The longer we fight and resist our emotions, the longer the situation will continue that is triggering them. I want you to type hashtag surrender in the chat. Can y'all do that for me? Can we do hashtag surrender in the chat? Taz! Taz! Hi, boo! Welcome in. Okay, hashtag surrender. I'm going to read it again. Sometimes we think being strong means not giving in to our emotions, but that's not strength. That's denial and resistance. Real power comes from being vulnerable enough to feel whatever we feel. Keep going, we tell ourselves. Don't give in. This will pass. But the only way to pass through these times is by feeling what we feel. The longer we fight and resist our emotions, the longer the situation will continue that is triggering them. We may not see the lesson until we feel the feeling. We may not see the issue, the next step, the way out, or through it until we give in. Oh, hi, Exceptional Josie. Welcome in. Feel our emotions till we give in, feel our emotions, then release them. It's not enough to talk about them, although that will help bring them into consciousness, into the light of day. But talking about our feelings is different from surrendering to and feeling the emotional energy. Hashtag type surrender if you're ready to do that thing. Stephanie, welcome in. It says, find the feeling. Find the feeling. Find the feeling, Instagram. Find the feeling, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It says, find the feeling, then release it. Now your soul and the universe can move you forward into new circumstances, into growth, an issue to work on, such as freedom, forgiveness, acceptance, love, or valuing some part of ourselves, of our lives, may naturally and automatically emerge. If we pay attention to the process by which we grow, we will clearly see that each step of the way, feeling our feeling, accepting it, and then releasing it, triggered the next step of growth. Soon, we will see that we are learning a new lesson. We are on our way again. There is magic in allowing our feelings to pass through us, magic in giving in. There is power more than we think in being vulnerable enough to feel what we feel. And I just talked about eating, not to feel emotionally better, but to fuel your body better. And I think one of the reasons why we end up emotionally eating for many of us is because we're not feeling our emotions. We're not sitting in those feelings. We're not allowing ourselves to feel that sadness, that hurt, that anger, that loneliness, or abandonment. We're going straight to chew it away. We're eating that pain away. We're eating that sadness away. We're eating that loneliness away. Now, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. How many people done lost somebody and know they sat around and ate a bag of chips over that sadness? How many people done had some? Tap the like button for me. How many people done lost somebody and you know personally that you emotionally ate over because you didn't know what else to do? I know I did. I have years and years and years of stories, okay, of stories where I engaged in emotional eating because I didn't know what else to do. I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have another coping skill. My body knew feel bad, eat more, feel sad, eat more, feel mad, eat more, feel angry, eat more, feel lonely, eat more, feel upset, eat more, feel abandoned, eat more, eat more, eat more, eat more, chew more, chew more, chew. That was the abyss of my struggle. Welcome in, Mo Press. How are you, darling? That was the depth of my struggle. Me, I do tasks. That was the depth. That's where I was because I didn't know how to express any other emotion. The only emotion I knew was to chew. That was my coping skill, was to feel full and to chew. Feeling full and to chew. Feeling full and to chew. Those two things together, babies, equated this kind of sense of comfort. Okay, I don't know what you want to call it, but it equated this sense of comfort I couldn't get from anything else. I couldn't get it from anyone else. I couldn't get it from anyone else, and I got addicted to it. Addicted to this feeling that chewing brought me, and I couldn't get it from anything else. And then it became where it was food specific. So I couldn't just eat anything for the emotional eating. I had to eat certain things. Who can relate to that? Who has an item they know they eat to feel better? Mine is Oreo cookies and chocolate. Mine is Oreo cookies and chocolate. Who has an emotional eating item? You know this item. Or wait, some of you guys have drinks. Taz says hers is pizza. Taz says hers is pizza. Okay, Taz, follow, bet. Definitely. Like I said, mine is Oreo cookies and chocolate. But I won't sleep on a good piece of chicken either. Dr. Pepper, your drink is like cookies. Queen, I am a cookie woman. I will cookie you out the house, okay? Tap the like button if this sounds familiar to you. E-Money. Okay, E-Money, what about you? Another thing I noticed. The other thing is the item had to come from a certain store. Like, I had to stop and get it. It was like I had a little, okay. Stephanie says chocolate cookies and Snickers. Snickers was one of mine. If the gas station had the right Snickers, you know, they make a bunch of different Snickers. So I didn't want the big 2 in the pack. I want the old school 1 Snicker in the pack. Old school. See, that's old school food addict behavior, right? I want the whatchamacallit. Young people don't even know what a whatchamacallit is. Okay. This is old school eating, right? Hi, Seneca. Is that Seneca? Hi, babe. Seneca or Seneca? How you say it? Pity shopping. Yes, pity shopping. Yes, baby. Where I have a bag of chips, a pack of cookie, a pop, a candy bar, some sunflower seeds, a beef jerky. Baby, I will have a whole setup. Okay, drop in the chat what your pity shopping items are. Do you have a pity shopping list? I have a pity shopping list for when I'm sad. Do you? Do you have a pity shopping list? Do you have a pity shopping list? I do. Mine consists of Doritos, Oreo cookies, sour cream, and onion chips, ginger ale, and a whatchamacallit. And if there's my favorite restaurant just happen to be around, I'm going to give you some crinkle fries and some mayo. Checkmate. What's yours? We being vulnerable tonight. You can put your business on the street. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. If they do, they in the wrong life because it's clearly you can see this is a transformation community. You can clearly see this is a transformation community. So what we're doing tonight is we're shaming the devil and calling out our afflictions, and we're naming them, and we're naming our monsters, and we're naming our beasts, so we can say, hey, you don't get room over here like that anymore. So we can say you don't get that type of room in my life anymore. Because the thing is, all it is a cycle. Because once you go get it, go through the process, consume it, eat it, immediately, while you're still eating it, guilt sets in. And then the guilt makes you eat more. Have film forte. The guilt makes you eat even more, right? So it's like you can't even stop the cycle. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And what I want to tell you is the powerhouse to stop this cycle is already inside of you. Yes, you need to detox. Yes, you need to do all those things, but you need to work on your mindset. And by working on your mindset, Queen, chocolate turtle, Sprite, and barbecue chips. Oh my God, them is mine. I like some barbecue chips. Them Lay's barbecue chips, they be hitting. I don't know what kind of toxin they got on there for that sauce, that flavor, but it's delicious. I'm telling you. Now, Sprite, I'm a ginger ale kind of girl, but them chocolate turtles, baby. A turtle remind me of my mama. My mama loved her a turtle, baby. She used to have them in her purse, baby. A turtle, yes. I know about a turtle, baby. Thank you, Finn, for being here, beautiful. Any other pity shopping? I'm tapping that like button up like we said. No other pity shopping? Well, I'll tell you this. The next time that you think you need to go pity shopping, instead, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to not drive to the store. If you get in the car and you catch yourself before you act, I want you to drive to the nearest beautiful scenery, somewhere where you can see the sky, some trees, and some bushes and stuff where it's beautiful. And I just want you to just talk to God. And that'll help that food noise calm down. Okay? It'll calm it down. That's my go-to first. When that doesn't work, I go to my second coping skill, which one of my coping skills is either to do 100 squats or high knees. My third coping skill, journal. If journaling don't work, we're going back to that meditation. because that means it's serious. If journaling ain't working, y'all, we got to go back to that medication because that means it's serious. You understand what I'm saying? That means it is serious. If journaling ain't working, it's serious. You hear me? And thank you so much, baby. That means it's serious. That journaling ain't working, y'all. We in trouble. Jay Boogie! Oh my gosh. Hi, Cynthia. I haven't seen you in a minute, Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie, this is my backup page. Make sure you following me. Journaling is for me, works for me. Yes, the journal. Because if I can write about what's going on, I can get it out of my head and stop thinking I need to fix it on my own. That's helpful for me. If I can get it out of my head and let and commit, and because what happens is I want to control the feeling. So if I get it in that journal and I'm meditating and I'm praying and I'm listening to my gospel music, I'm kind of giving it away to God. And that's been, thank you so much, Jay Bookie. Thank you. Don't forget to eat your daily heartbeats, daily heart me, Missy. But what I want you to understand is that the power. Okay, here we go. The power in figuring out what coping skills are going to work for you is what's going to give you sustainability and longevity. It's not how many calories you can cut and how much food you cannot eat ever. It's actually what can you do with your mindset to control the cravings, the obsession, the compulsion. You see what I'm saying? It's so much more than just cutting out everything because life is still happening. And if you've had a history of life triggering your eating, you have to have a method that is stronger than the scale, the gym, and restricting. Think about COVID. If you could actually successfully sustain weight simply by going to the gym and counting calories, then half of y'all wouldn't have gained all that weight during COVID. Y'all would have learned how to eat, but y'all didn't. Y'all just learned how to go to the gym. You've never thought about Jay Boogie? You haven't? Oh, Jay Boogie, listen. Go to my YouTube channel, and I have an entire series on weight loss meditation and affirmation videos that you listen to while you're journaling that will calm the food noise down and the cravings. Okay, so most people, y'all know there's two different type of cravings. There's an emotional, you can crave up here, or you can crave in your body. Do we know that? Okay, first learn the difference in the two. The way to learn that is when you have a craving, you got to ask yourself, am I actually craving it or am I thinking about craving it? That's how you know if it's real food noise or you're hungry. Some people's message center is confused. So what's happened is so much dieting and abusive nature to your eating communications, your body will give you a craving when it's really trying to tell you you're hungry. Okay? So this is why we have to do a self-assessment. This is why we work with therapeutic wellness coaches who do therapy and lay out what's happening physiologically, psychologically, and emotionally in your brain center, your behavior, your emotions, and then your body. Thank you, Steph, for the likes. Thank you guys for the likes. You think we can get 10K, y'all? Mona P. I thought I saw Mona. I might be. I need to chill out. I thought I saw my baby. Yes, journaling really helps. Journaling and meditations with affirmations. Regular meditations are powerful, but meditations with affirmations. The reason why you want the meditations for the food noise to be specific and with affirmations is because the food noise has a voice. That's why it's called noise. It's a difference in thoughts. Hear me out. You can hear it. So in order to stop hearing it, you speak over it. Do you get it? So the affirmations you're reciting is speaking against what the brain is trying to tell you to do. You got it? You with me on the same page? We on the same page. 2020 breaker 19. You with me? Breaker 19. Are you with me? A breaker. You guys, I can't wait till I can finish getting my dental work done. But it has to be 6 months after we did all the work on this side. My teeth are gone also because of weight loss and obesity. See, this is why you can't sit around. All of y'all out there throwing up, thinking it ain't messing with your teeth, your hair, and your vision. Yeah, if you like me and you spent half your teenage years because you was thickened, throwing up and vomiting, I just need you to know your body remembers all of that. Yep. And, it's going to show up. These particular teeth right here were brittle. And then I was dropped on my face and it cracked into the gum line. I had to have them surgically removed in the hospital. They had to wait till that area because of this condition. I have to be admitted for certain procedures. So I can only get certain things done every 6 months to a year. So I recently got this entire bridge done, and that's all I can get done this year. In January of next year, I'll be able to start this side. because I already had temporaries. I've already had all of that. I want my teeth back. When I was in hospice, I spent 4 years laying in a hospital bed, having a caregiver part of the time I was paralyzed. Typically, people don't live from that situation. So they don't live to come back and tell you that my teeth didn't get brushed, because my caregivers focused on brushing the front part of my teeth, because some days I couldn't do it. So they would just brush these teeth right here. That's all they could get to. So part of my teeth are damaged because of my obesity, because of my situation, because of my circumstance. And I pray for the day that my smile is repaired. Because every time I look, it's a reminder of people not believing me. Because what happened is I told them I couldn't feel my legs, but they didn't believe me, so they stood me up on the side of the bed, or tried to, and they dropped me on my face. Yeah. So anyways, so that's just a little story time for some of the things that happen to us after years of abusing our body with food. I know it seems like chewing and eating is kind of non-harmful, but honestly, it does damage us. It leaves effects. It leaves years and years of obesity, leaves things behind. It just does. And I know we may think, oh, I was good, I was cute, I'm this and that. But the truth to the matter is, we don't lose weight and walk away from years of obesity and abusing our bodies unscathed, unbruised, untouched. We just don't. Almost to 10K. Let's go. We got to get off at 8. Let's see. We got to meet at 8, y'all, so we got to be off at 8. We got to be off at 8. Can we do it? 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 Pretty! Oh my gosh, I'm getting to see all my babies tonight. Okay, I'm not gonna get off yet, because maybe if I wait a little bit longer, I'll get to see all the original IRISE tribe. It's looking like it. I got Queen, I got Pretty, I got Steph, I got Mona. Let me see. All I need to have is Katrina in the building, Tamisha, Kay, and who else? Hi, Trailer. Hi, baby. We are so glad to see you. We send our massive condolences to you and your family. Oh my gosh, we're so glad you're here. I love you. I love you, Dimples. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I miss you, and I'm thinking of you. I can't wait till you can come back. I know it's soon. You guys, I did raise up my couches this weekend. I did redo the room. So I'm going to have to, once I get all the photos and everything, put back up on the walls and all of that. I'm not done yet. At least I have hypothyroid and have to work out hard to lose weight. Well, Lovebug, if you have hypothyroid, that's working out doesn't correct that. Look at your nutrition. Look at your stomach acids, your estrobilome release, and look at the caloric acid being released, and see if there's an issue with your stomach, because hypothyroidism causes issues with your stomach as well, because of hormones. It's how we activate our metabolism, things like that. So what happens is I would take a look at your body, make sure you're absorbing your nutrition properly, because what that's telling me is that your body only tends to lose weight if you starve it and then overwork out, which is dangerous for your heart and your major organs. Anytime you're having to aggressively abuse your body to lose weight, is actually the opposite of health and wellness, because you're damaging muscles, tendons, and organs that cannot be repaired. You understand what I'm saying? You are so welcome. We are still praying. We ain't done praying yet, baby. We'll be done praying when you in the building. We 10K. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see how many shares we got. Let's see how many shares we got, y'all. We got 13 shares. Okay, I'll share. I'll make sure we got all my babies in the building. Let me share with a couple of the ladies. Do some mass sharing here. See who else I get to see tonight. Because I done seen 4 people I ain't seen in months. I got to see Lady J Baby earlier, J Boogie, Olivia, Taz, I've seen Taz in the live before, but I haven't seen her recently. So I've literally seen 4 folks I haven't been getting to see, you guys. So I'm really super stoked right now that I'm getting to see people I ain't gotten to see. Like, yes, I like IRISE Sundays because it seems like when I get to stay on for the whole hour, when I do the hour live on Sundays, it seems like I get to see more of the IRISE originals. The people that put the paint on the building, period. The people that put the paint, no, wait a minute. Some of them put the concrete on the ground. That's how long they've been here. We ain't gonna talk about the ones that actually been around and on the team and alumni members for 10 years. So although we may be small, we are mighty, baby. We've been helping women across this country for 10 and a half, 11 years. My one client reminds everybody in class, no, Kenya, I've been knowing you for almost 11 years. Sometimes I'll say 8. She'll say no. Because when I first started, I was the hard coach. So all of my old people, they'll tell you that I just got soft. Man, I was like, ah! And so I've pulled back a little bit. But my old folk can tell you, no, coach is, no, she's psycho. You need to come, when you want to work with coach, you better be ready. Because coach is bringing all the resources, all the tips, all the tricks, and you must be ready. And she's not going to leave you. So I don't care if you quit 10 times over. She's going to be holding your spot, waiting for you, looking at you like you messed up. It's going to make you feel bad. It's going to make you look bad, too. Because I'll show up to your appointment every week, even though you are, take screenshots and send them to you. Yeah. Because you said we was going to meet. You said it. It was your day. You picked that day, that time. So if you're not there, I'm going to take screenshots. I'm going to log in every week. I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to send it to you and tell you where I'm at. So and hope and pray that you can make it to where I'm at on your journey. Because I'm on your porch, sitting on your porch, waiting for you on your journey. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I roll. My ladies are in the live. They'll tell you I don't play. As long as you are willing to do the work and willing to put it in, you are allowed to be here, honey. I'm all about those who see that there's more to weight loss than weight. There's more to weight loss than weight, babies. All right? Right? Don't forget your sleeping bag. Amen. Don't forget your sleeping bag. Period. Hi, Miranda. How are you? Oh my gosh, is that Miranda? Miranda, is that Miranda? Wait a minute, I'm trying to see. You guys, I only know more Miranda on this app. Please follow her. This is her. But her and I have the y'all know it's not that many people that have this. But I actually found somebody on this app under my other profile, my backup, my main page. She has the same condition. She gets the same treatments and everything. She seems the same thing with a doctor. I've never found nobody with my same stuff, like the way it breaks down. But Miss Miranda does. And she's such an inspiration. She shares her journey with people. Anyway, I thought I saw her in my live, but I might have been tripping. I pray that was her. If that's you, baby, I love you. I miss you. I haven't been on your live because this is my backup page. And my other page, I don't go on that much because I'm over here going live more over here. I'm trying to work both pages, and I apologize for all of those on my main page where I have not been able to go live over there. I can only post. But I'm posting 2 to 3 times a day. I'm posting workout videos. I'm posting quotes and motivation to keep you guys informed on that main page. But I would love for you to get on over here on the backup page so you can come to the lives and you can be a part of our raffle. We are about to have 2.5 weeks of raffles every single day. We are gathering all the giveaways right now, and I don't want you to miss out. Is crying and using emotions considered as hold on, baby, let me get that question. I didn't get that question. Hold on, it's making me verify. Is crying and using emotions considered as praying? What do you mean, baby? Like if you cry out? Hi, Legine. Do you mean if you cry out, baby? Like if you're going through it and you like cry out to God? If that's what you're asking, if that's a form of prayer when you cry out and express your emotions openly to Heavenly Father, yes, I believe that is prayer, a form of prayer. I think that's what you're asking me. If you're asking me, is crying and using emotions considered as prayer? I think what you're asking me is when we cry and express our emotions freely. I'm working on it. I think that's what you're asking me is when you are crying and opening yourself up, can that be considered as praying? And I would say yes. I know many people that cry out as a form of prayer. Hi, Miss G. Indeed. All right, babies, it is 8:06. It's at the top of the hour, and you know what that means. That means me and you got a date tomorrow, same time, same place, 7 p.m. You and I lock arms and get down like James Brown. Thank you. I do that always. Yes, honey. You know, the thing about it is when we are still following the gods that our parent, like if you still believing in your mother's God, go get your own. Because we will end up thinking that if we don't do it the way they did it, then it's not right, and that's not true. Okay. Our walk with Christ and spirituality can look different. It can look different. It doesn't have to look like everybody else's. It doesn't mean that you don't have it. Okay. Okay. A relationship with God, a relationship with a higher power is personal. It's yours. No one can tell you what that should or shouldn't like it. They can give you suggestions, but you take what you like and leave the rest. Hi, hey, lady, how are you? I pray that you all be blessed abundantly tonight. May God bless you and keep you. It has been a beautiful live. I love you too, baby. Love you back. I pray that you've had a great night. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have had a blast. Any questions? If you would like to learn more about what I do or who I am, you can click the link in my bio and head on over to my main page. Or you can simply fill out an information form for a lead and send it to me through TikTok, and I'll reach out to you guys. And on behalf of Team IRISE, I'm so grateful for each and every one. One of you, may you be blessed and continue to live life abundantly. And